What's up, Tube? How you all going? You going good? We're not here yet. I'll give a few minutes for people to get here. You can see on my desk today is a box. Is a package. Some of you might know what that is. Some of you might not. We'll get there. First in, what's up? Oh, Rage is here first. I'll let you two argue about it. Alright. There is a package on my bench. Now, a lot of you guys might be familiar with this thing. I'm going to have to mute that because otherwise you're going to get an echo. Cool, righto. So I'm just going to punch out this because we don't need that right now. And we'll get rid of this one. Don't need that right now either. Someone's on point. Alright, so this thing has been punching way above its weight for far too long. The old plastic Wells gearbox. Which we upgraded M4 because it rubs a lot. You saw a vector in the thumbnail. Yeah, the thumbnail for live streams doesn't really necessarily match what's happening in the live stream. It's just a thumbnail that is up there. Like, it used to be a skateboard. I changed it from a skateboard because I thought this had nothing to do with skateboarding, which I thought was fair. How's everyone's feed? Is it going alright? So I'm getting a little bit of a chug. Chuggity chug chug. Alright. Seems alright. Smooch mat's back. Yeah, it's there because it is. But you're just fine. Alright, cool. Yes, I'm in Canberra. Alright, so this box, it's came to me the other day. Admittedly, it's been here for a little while already. I've been really busy and I haven't been able to open it up yet. And as you can see, express post, paid for the express post, so this came to me from Chainsaw Products. You guys are familiar with them. I paid $220, was it? $220 real Australian dollar box. So don't think that I'm, I don't know, getting discounts or anything, or that Chainsaw has given me any kickbacks. Yeah, this is it. Alright, first things first. It's got lots of little bits of foam in there. Some little, there's a little select fire gears. Pop this bad boy out. Ooh, it's got some weight to it. Probably don't need this box anymore. Now that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna swing this guy in a bit closer. Let's see. See what we got here. It is obviously the APS Silver Edge gearbox. From Chainsaw, complete with this probably unnecessary little recoil type device. So I'm not really that interested in that. That's probably not going to last very long. It's going to get ripped off pretty quickly. By me, not because it's faulty or anything, just because I don't want it there. Alright, it looks like a Type 2 gearbox should look. I really wish that I could, I really wish this was going to be one of those type things that I could just throw in to the receiver and go. However, that's not the case because it's going to be having this little MOSFET in it, so I'm going to have to rewire the trigger wires for it anyway. So I did kind of want to get this and be able to just open it up, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. I mean, what am I talking about? I haven't had enough sleep, that's what the problem is. I did want to get it and just install it without having to open it up for a change. But when would I ever do that? That never happens. Get rid of this bubble wrap. Let's get rid of that for starters. Get rid of this bubble wrap because don't need that. So, I mean, all in all, looks good. Like, looks. What can I say? No complaints so far. I'm gonna say that bit's gonna come out because I don't think that bit works in our receiver. Alright. And this little ambidextrous thing is going to have to go as well. I don't think that's going to fit in our receiver either. That's pretty interesting. The actual standard Wells receiver actually has a it's actually got a little hole here in the same place as this, where you could have the ambidextrous selector in. So that's interesting. I guess if you really wanted to set up ambidextrous select fire, you could do it on this wells perhaps, but I think the chances are that's going to have to come off. It's going to have to come apart. Alright, let's pop the spring out of this, see what's inside this bad boy. Now I wonder if it's an 8 like the Wells is. Nope. It's what is it? It's probably American size, isn't it? That's weird. Okay, looks like it's like a 7mm or something odd. I just have to get my set of all Allen keys. Yes, it's a 7mm. It's the first time in my life I've used a 7mm Allen key, I'd have to say. Alright, there we go. That's the spring she comes with. Let's check it out. It's a 1.4. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. And it is unequal. It's a decent looking spring. Suppose I could chuck it on the spring dyno for shits and giggles. Did the stream just shut down? I think I'm still live. I could be having issues in my area. Network issues maybe, maybe not. Alright. Getting the measuring stick. And she's sitting at 12.8, maybe 12.9, 12.8, 12.9 on the Loguido scale. That's up there, it's decent. I don't know how many FPS these things are supposed to do stock out of the box. But does look like it's a reasonably powerful spring. The wire is nice quality too. I'm going to use that. It's really long in the back end here. I'm going to have to shorten that for the Warfet, but that's okay. I do like the way these slots here are sort of strengthened. Interesting little casting marks here. I don't really know what that's about. It's not on this side. This side's smooth and this side's got something there, like it could be, oh, I know what it's about. It's about this. Yeah, so it's for this recoil device to slide in. Recoil device, if you want to call it that. Yeah, see, that's got the two prongs which sit down in there, and then that. Yep. Alright, cool. If that's your thing, I'm not that fussed by it. What is a 1.2 spring on the Logredo scale? How long is a piece of spring? Is the answer. I get a 1.2 spring from my collection and measure it for you, but it doesn't mean anything because all springs are not created equal. But I can compare it to a 1.2 spring that I have, and the 1.2 spring that I have on the Logredo's Chop scale is 10.5 centimeters. Does that give you the answer you require? I hope so. You know what I want to do? I want to get this box in and I want to chrono it. I really want to do it, but we can't because I do have to put the wall fed in, so unfortunately I've got to take it apart. What have we got here? These are the spring, the little, yeah. It's kind of cool. Alright. What's everyone up to today? What day is it? Is it Wednesday? Is that what day it is? Now, much like the way I always do things, I dive on in without paying any attention to how it's supposed to work. Does anyone know if there's a technique required to get these off? I think it's just so much of a scene in Canberra for job losses. Yeah, it's a reasonable scene. It's a reasonable amount of people interested in them. Obviously, it's a bit smaller than say up north because we don't have the infrastructure, I guess. Join ACT Job Ballers on Facebook. Yeah, do that. Do that if you are in ACT. So my question stands. This little ambidextrous gear seems to ride on a shaft which goes all the way through the gearbox, and I assume it's just a press fit. Does anyone confirm that? I might have to do some research. Doesn't look like it came with any manual or anything, so I'm just gonna go with it. Sorry for being off camera right now. I'm just trying to find some appropriate tooling. Might require a pin punch or something. A good field for starting a group. You used a punch? Alright, well if you used a punch, I'm using a punch. Going with that. Yeah, that's what I was gonna go for. I was heading in that direction. It seems too skinny to get like a screwdriver or anything underneath it, so just gonna go with that. Just get my gentle persuader. Alright, it was easy. For what it's worth, when I ordered this, it did arrive very quickly, within a couple of days, so props there. It's scary using punches on expensive things. It is kind of scary using punches on expensive things. If you have a kind of rough idea on what you're doing, it's not as scary. Did you use this thing? Did you reuse this thing, or did you just like put it in a box and care little about it? Who can tell me how many likes this video has? Because if it doesn't have like at least a big wad of likes, you guys should jump on. Best place for Australia is... Where do you guys get your upgrades? From me. Good answer, Jeff. Good answer. So, yes, this is obviously an APS Silver Edge gearbox, which you could buy from any online airsoft store. However, it's not legal to import airsoft parts into Australia. And I think this nozzle has been changed to suit. I'll tell you what else seems to be missing from this equation. The mag thing. And I am certain that when I ordered the mag thing for a Wells. The terminals block. The mag terminal block for the Wells. Did not come with one. So that's kind of disappointing, because that means I won't be able to use it tonight. Which is disappointing for me, and it's disappointing for you guys, because you guys won't get to see it in action either, which kind of sucks. But I will make another video when I have all the bits. I guess for tonight we'll just be cracking it open and having a look-see inside. Now this spring is part of that ejection port flicky thingamajig. This is a nice looking gearbox inside. Yeah, I digress. I was actually saying that you should buy this from Chainsaw because it's not illegal. You can actually, because they've got it in Australia and you can buy it from them, whereas if you try to get it from elsewhere you could potentially be breaking the law. So yeah, bear that in mind. This might not be worth the money that you're saving. This is a cool gearbox though, like it's very, like can you see how this is built in here? It's very solid. There's basically space for the gears and the gears only. There's no empty space here, and everything's got its place. Everything comes shimmed perfectly, I would assume. It is shimmed well. But I am going to have to pull this trigger switch out because I have to desolder the trigger wires and change that over to skinny wires for MOSFET. So I'm going to do that. I wonder what. So is this? I'm not sure. Has this nozzle been modified at all, or is that standard nozzle? So for a Wells, that looks like that would fit quite well for a Wells, because the nozzle is that size. I wonder how it goes in a Gen 9 T-piece. Like if that was a Gen 9 T-piece in here, yeah, that wouldn't work. So if you're expecting to buy one of these to put into a Gen 9, that wouldn't work, because the T-piece doesn't line up and the nozzle doesn't seal into the T-piece. So yeah, Wells only at this point, I reckon, unless you convert the nozzle over. I guess you could convert the cylinder head and the nozzle over to something Gen 9-ish. You're still going to have the problem with the front of the gearbox, because you'd have to have a hole this size to seat the front of the gearbox into. It all comes with, so it's modified for the Wells. Need to swap out the cylinder head and the tappet plate. Yeah. Yep, that looks like the case, although I am putting it in a Wells, so it doesn't bother me too much at this point. What does bother me is the lack of mag terminals. That's kind of annoying. I was kind of hoping that I'd get this in tonight and we'd be able to chrono it and stuff. I'm gonna have to take all these trigger components out so that I can change the switch wires. Or am I? You know what? I can do it. I can do it here. That's alright. I can do this. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Does anyone know where this is made? Is this made? Oh, it's made in China. There you go. I was going to say, if this was made in one of those other places that tend to think they have higher build quality than China, I was going to say this also comes from factory with a stripped head on this screw here. Can you see that? That's not ideal. So I was going to say that doesn't only happen in China, but given that this gearbox comes from China anyway, I guess it's still all happening in China. People can strip heads from whatever country they are in. It's not... People have been stripping heads on screws since the initial invention of the screw. One thing's for sure, the tolerances are very, very fine. Like, just this safety catch is, it's like amazingly tight in there. But I really want to just sort of stop this stream and then email Chainsaw and say, hey, where's my mag terminal block? But you know, alright, I am going to take these switch contacts off. If you Hong Kong, maybe. Oh yeah. Airsoft is illegal in, yeah, it is illegal in China, but half the stuff's made there, so I guess, yeah. Bummed, but oh well, shit happens. What are you gonna do? I will get onto Chainsaw very shortly. I'm going to try and solder this upside down, or desolder this upside down and left-handed, so that you guys can see what's going on here. So, desoldering mag terminal, not mag terminal, trigger terminal, upside down, left-handed, for the benefit of you guys. It's not ideal, but these are the lengths that I go to for you guys. Alright, that was easy enough. Now, I'm just going to pop this trigger out. Everything about this, I tell you what, going from working on a gel blaster gearbox to a while it is still while it is a gel blaster gearbox, still it is, you know, origins of airsoft gearbox. Everything is significantly better in tolerance. Like, just everything is just that much tighter. Looks like this is glued in as well, so that's good to know. The wiring loom's glued in. However, given that we're MOSFETting this, we don't want or need that. It's kind of cool that they glued it in though. It's just goes to show that they're going to that extra level of quality. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a quality gearbox, and Quality isn't cheap. Alright, well, I'm glad you guys got to come along on the ride with me while I unboxed my APS gearbox from Chainsaw Products. However, this is about as far as I can go tonight, and what should be needed to run a Warfare on an M4SS? No. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. Don't leave us. So yeah, I can't really go much further. I tell you what, given that I'm pretty much going to have to do the wiring on this, I'll do it here live while you're here. No, I can't, guys. I can't. I'm sorry. I got like a lot of blasters that need to be fixed or built by this weekend, and spending my time on this one, which is what I'd love to do, but spending my time on this one knowing that it doesn't have all of the parts I need to finish it off is not effective use of my time, unfortunately. But that's cool. I will certainly do another video, a full video on putting this into the wells, and I'll film it and edit it properly so that you guys get to see it all. But at least for tonight, for those who are curious, this is the APS silver, what is it, silver something, silver edge, silver, says on the back somewhere, silver edge, yes it is, the APS silver edge, and there's the safety which goes through that little hole there. Alright guys, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Use a Titan MOSFET. I don't want to talk about too much and things and stuff, but I will when I have these screws undone, I will compare this to this. Alright. I will catch you guys later. I have to stop this now while I still can. Alright. Peace, thanks for joining me. And Jono Gun. Everyone asks me, am I going to mod it M24? And I keep saying no, but yes. yes, I'm gonna buy an M24 and I'm gonna mod it and I'm gonna video it, and it's just for you, John O'Gunn. Just for you. Alright, catch you later.